page review, where we bring you stories making the rounds. What is it that made it to the headlines of some of our national dailies? What are the trending stories that we need to talk about this morning? Every weekday, that's what we do. So today is not an exception. We're going to bring you these stories. First of all, some of them will be mentioned by Rufai Hussaini. And when we return from talking with Rufai Hussaini at about 7:30, we are going to also reel out some more stories that maybe we didn't cover while talking with Rufai Hussaini. So let's kickstart by joining Rufai Hussaini. Good morning, Rufai, and tell us some of the stories that are making the headlines that you want to talk about this morning.
Right, a couple of stories making the rounds. There's a row going on over NRS boss inclusion in Tinubu's campaign. You see, anyway, I'm not surprised. What do you expect? I mean, if the NRS boss, the Nigerian Revenue Service boss, is a very partisan party and is included in the campaign, people like Dino Melaya are saying they want to go to court and all of that. If you go to court, the court will not see rule anything in your favor, because if you go to the court, they are the ones there in the court. So let's stop deceiving ourselves. The one that even shocks me the most, but you see, nothing surprises me about these people, is that of Beta Edu, that till today they've not told us what transpired as regards her case. They've not told us. We have not gotten the feedback. We are still on it. Then they added Beta Edu to the campaign council. Anyway, like we say, corruption, people get away with corruption. Your sins are forgiven. It's the norm, pure and simple. So people get away with all sorts. Once they get away with all sorts, they don't care. They don't even give a hoot about who you are. So we are not surprised. We are never going to be surprised. We are just going to keep looking at them and let their hypocrisy continue to play out. The federal government said they've discovered another fake agency, but the coordinator of this agency, he has shared his own letter bearing the same office of the Secretary to the federal government. They keep saying it's fake. The Adeyemi case, like I said, they've officially forgotten that case. Now they are fishing for other cases now to be able to justify the allegation that Adeyemi made. We are not even talking about it that a conduit of Gbajabiamila collected money for him from Gbajabiamila. I'm not even talking about all of that again. So, I mean, the fight against corruption is dead on arrival. There's this place called National Brands Development and Made in Nigeria Special Project Office. Prince George Buchi Wambeze, he has released his own appointment letter. Our Daily Trust has reported how President Tinubu ordered the immediate arrest of Wambeze in connection with fake agency, but he's saying he is not fake. So, 2 children die as heavy rainfall destroy houses in Jigawa. Adamawa APC stakeholders meet. Aguyuk bypass construction reached prime stage. Adamawa reaffirms commitment to flood disaster. And see, please, for the love of mercy, we want the presidential candidates to all come out, even come out and debate this subsidy thing. Because we see that some people are just content and all they are saying is, subsidy. Subsidy is this, subsidy is that. They are not even coming out to debate it. So we even want them to come out. And people are already even tackling the fact that let's even ignore inflation. When it looks like the money distributed to states has increased by 4 times from 2017 to 2025, but when you adjust for inflation, that story falls apart. 21.9 trillion shared in 2025 can buy as much as 5.6 trillion shared in 2017. And this does not look like growth. So these are some of the arguments people are making. But on this Atiku Abubakar's idea on subsidy, there's an economist, Bismarck Rewane, that has once propounded some sort of that level of subsidy for the people, saying that government should try cushion the effects on the people and bring some level of subsidy in. They had talked about it in a podcast before now. Here, Bismarck Rewane talking.
Nigeria will have to sell to these refineries at a particular price and insist that the refiners actually bring down.
And that's exactly what Atiku Abubakar is pushing.
No, they will insist. And
it's not like a. So
no,
that's
no, you will pay. No, you will pay.
You pay the difference.
You will pay the difference. But it's more efficient for Nigeria to pay 3 or 4 refineries, right?
To keep going,
and for them to transfer the subsidy to the consumer. That is, you are subsidizing the producer to make sure that the price don't transmission effect onto the public. So theoretically, Nigeria's revenue and Nigeria's GDP should.
Yeah. Because we have an opportunity.
Right?
Why is it not growing?
No. But so there's G that has got this big spike in income, what we call the oil windfall, and there's C, the consumers, you and I, who are having an income shortfall. And so how do you bridge that? That's what I'm saying. Bridge it. Let them call you socialist as you like.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. You have to do that so that, because if these guys are hungry, right? Like remember,
all of us will be hungry.
No, they say the rich, the poor cannot sleep because they are hungry, and the rich cannot sleep because the poor are awake, right? That's the way you look at it. Now, so let's call it spade a spade. You must be able to recycle the oil windfall into the pockets of the people to make sure that
we're not seeing any oil windfall. Do we have an oil windfall? It's just the windfall. I think it's not oil. It's just
time lag. The equilibrium price for us to be about that. But if you take away the tax issue, subsidies are reverse taxes. What we are saying is that subsidize Dangote refinery and others to transfer that to the people temporarily.
Yeah.
Australia,
we can do that.
Yes, Australia, public transport is free. How do you manage public transport and make it free here? Who is going to make the claims, right? So you pay all the Molues and Korokes and all of that, and of course they will bill you for passengers they didn't carry. So the inefficient structure that you have has caught up with you. Now, even to manage a windfall, you need to be efficient in managing.
Exactly.
Right? So let's call it a spade a spade.
So we don't have that
capacity.
We don't have it. We don't have it. So let's agree money will be wasted.
Taking the direct subsidy to Dangote might not be a bad idea.
Yes.
You lose some crude oil revenues, right? Yes. But you basically, there's a way to actually adequately transfer. There's a way you can adequately transfer the fiscal excesses to the consumer class.
Yes.
That's the way you can do it. And at least you are dealing with one counterparty. In the old subsidy system, you had this opaque PFI system where you don't even know. At least we know if Aliko doesn't actually give us the discount, we can go and burn down the place. I'm just joking, of course.
And do what? After you burn the place, what do you do there?
Of course, I'm not saying you burn it down. There's a base, there's a factory.
So you can hear the debate. Pretty much what they were saying is that, like Atiku Abubakar stated, that why isn't the subsidy given to the refinery owners, and in turn they should pass the subsidy back on us. The plight of road users is still a very bad thing. The roads are still in very terrible conditions. Look at one road user complaining and calling out governor. He's talking about the bad state of the road in Edo State. Okay, so you are hearing sort of the things that people are saying. So, for Edo State, for instance, hope you know that Edo State now has been able to ramp up its debts. From 6 most indebted, it has gone from 12 most indebted, it has gone up to 6 most indebted. This is another audio about former Minister Nebo talking about this Muslim ticket thing.
Right to dominate, rule, and control Nigeria than a competent, incorrupt, and very cerebral Christian or animist, as the case may be. So I think that what they are trying to tell us is, to hell with you. You don't belong to this country. And the problem that I don't understand is, if these people don't want us, why don't they let us go? Why is there a problem with having Biafra or Oduduwa land or anything? If they feel that they cannot accommodate us in this country and that the best of us is not good enough to rule, but the worst of them is good enough to rule, what kind of a country is that?
So this was his reaction to what transpired there as regards this they talk about the Muslim ticket, and these are so many stories, that are still making the rounds right here. This is still people complaining about the state of our roads, Edo State.
It's yesterday, today shall hold up. I swear. Check our out, you go see. You see? Look around. Look at, I'm reporting from Edo State. Do you see? Since yesterday, everywhere choke. Everywhere choke. Even though Lord God they pass. Look around. You see, everywhere choke. Since yesterday afternoon till now. So Edo State they are not doing anything. Edo State they are not doing anything. They just go for another state. Go they campaign.
You see what people are saying? Everybody all complaining about the states of things, the state of roads, how terrible things are. So it's sad. But Alabi Ezekwesili also had this to say about the state of the nation.
And that is, what's the dignity or the lack of it of life? What's the state of the dignity of life? Every other thing hangs on people being alive. And when people are not alive, then you can't even talk about, you wouldn't care about education or health or the economy. You need people to be alive. And what we have seen has been a degradation of that dignity of life quotient. Because when you look at the kind of serial abuse of life, whether in terms of the killings, mass killings that have happened in the country between 2023 and 2026, or the amount of kidnaps, especially of children, you would see that you have sufficient data on the basis of which to say that the already bad situation got worse over this period of 2023 to date. you take a typical indicator that is a catch-all for what I'm saying about the state of insecurity that has declined the quotient of dignity of life. It would be, the global terrorism ranking. So in Nigeria was at around 6 most terrorized country. By the last ranking, it had become the 4th most terrorized country. Come on, in the world. That's such an indicator that tells you where things are. And so when we then look at all the other aspects that have to do with quality of institutions, in Nigeria degenerated. When you look at the state of the economy, especially in terms of the cost of living index, especially for the poor, Nigeria deteriorated. When you look at what has happened with poverty, it's about 145 million Nigerians now trapped in poverty. From a number that was about 133 million as of the time that the previous administration wishes, this government did tell us that they're a continuum. That is a continuation. Even if they didn't tell us, we do know that, the actors in this administration were praising the previous administration and lauding the policies of that administration. So, and it's the same party. So it's a knock-on, effect of basically the same kind of people thinking of economic management, maybe slightly differently, because what you can say about this particular one is that some market principles have entered into the equation. But the thing to ask is, while you can say macroeconomic stability is gradually becoming a thing, it is insufficient a thing to address the poverty that you see. And when you start looking at this kind of massive state of poverty, it means that quality of life has degraded, especially for the ones who are poor and vulnerable. So in all, I am not one that would score, because I'm driven by evidence, not by any other thing. So when we look at the indicators, your summary is that, we've been the worse for it than anything anyone can say.
I remember hearing you saying, God we trust.
Every other person must bring their data, because that keeps the conversation healthy, right? So, when you are using data to analyze a situation, what happens is that whether you, according to Nigerians, you like the person or you don't like the person, and liking a person doesn't come into governance. I think that every one of us should agree that it is too much of a privilege for anyone in public leadership to be thinking of whether they are liked or not liked, and that is the reason somebody has an opinion. That's nonsense. When I was in government, I didn't waste my time about who was liking or not liking me. What I was in government to do was to do right by the population. Okay, so when you lead from that basic philosophy, it changes the equation, because it would keep you away from those low denominator, least common denominator decisions that want to fetch you being liked or something.
Yeah.
So they have said that there's a problem.
Yeah, I remember you saying that Nigeria is suffering from failure of governance, and some people said Nigeria needs a rebirth. Sometimes I wonder whether we can say it's just the failure of leadership or failure of institutions that seem to have had stunted growth from the very beginning. And there is still also the failure of the masses who have not just been stunted in their growth over the years, but have been uneducated and impoverished by government. And it seems that impoverishment has been intentional for some reason. It seems like it. can't put my finger on it, and I can't say categorically that, yes, I have statistical evidence to prove it, but it seems like it. So when you look at all of these dynamics, would you say that Nigeria has evolved over the years into a failed state, or a failing state, or a state that is on the threshold of becoming a failed state? Where do you put Nigeria currently?
So we go back again to what data tells us, right? So there is a globe.
So it's just sad what the country has become. Tinubu's case, don't protect the truth from Nigerians, Atiku tell FBI. The truth is, if the government of America had an agreement with Tinubu on a forfeiture, it's going to be very hard for all the details Atiku is trying to get out of the American system to come out. This is just me, my clear empirical argument for all of you as regards this. Terrorists break into Niger mosque, abduct worshippers. Yari leads APC 108 member campaign council for Tinubu's re-election. And these are some of the stories that are making the rounds.
Glad to know that you're still there and listening to us. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, and this front page review, where we bring you the headlines from some of our national dailies and expect you to also say something about the headlines. We've heard the ones that were captured by Rufai Hussaini. So let me just re-emphasize some of them and then tell you some others that he may not have mentioned. President Tinubu orders arrest and suspends 3 permanent secretaries as ICPC uncovers fake agency. That was at the weekend, so we just had to bring that story again this morning. There's another fake agency. In the course of investigating the Adeyemi fake agency, they uncovered another one, and there seem to be so many others that have not been uncovered. 14 years after Orosanye report, bloated agencies cost Nigeria 1 trillion naira in 2026. Presidency, Hashim, Sowore, others pick holes in Atiku's subsidy U-turn. Mixed reactions trail APC's campaign council membership. Kanu's lawyer, falls NBA's silence over illegal civil stay. And Atiku, Tinubu, Obi differ on economy, security, education, and others. Beer prices may rise as breweries battle 113 billion naira first half of the year tax bill and higher energy costs. 2027, Kawu urges Yari-led APC campaign council to acknowledge hardship, reconnect with Nigerians. Federal government targets digital independence, suspends... Oh, what am I saying? Federal government targets digital independence, spends 3.8 trillion naira on IT. Atiku, Duke, fault Tinubu's policies on as Hashim tackles subsidy U-turn. APC lawmakers reject reversal. Police hierarchy under fire over appointment of First Lady's ADC. I don't hate Christians. Ensure fairness for all. Sheikh Jingir charges Tinubu and governors. So now he has a U-turn and saying he doesn't hate Christians. Remember Jingir of the infidel saga. SGF mom as fake agency boss fires back. Dangote refinery expands free fuel delivery to 4 states with lower petrol pump prices. And then 2027, we're working to unite Peter Obi, Atiku, and others. This is according to Lukman. Okay, it's still Voice of the People, and this is a front page review. We're being joined by Dr. Peter Anosike here in the house. Good morning and welcome to the program, Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so remember that towards the end of our talk with Dr. Anosike, we usually talk about his books, the bestsellers that we have, talking about Dangote's 10 Commandments on Money, how to be a better version of you. I'm paraphrasing this one.
How to become the best you can be.
Well, the best is the same thing. But that is the title of the book anyway that he just mentioned. And we also have another one.
Abuse of power. How democracy turned into tyranny of the few.
It's a very important book, especially at this time that we are entering. We have entered the election season proper. Campaigns have started.
And APC and presidential campaign team is abuse of power.
Okay, so if you have ever read any of these books by Dr. Anosike, you can also send us a message telling us what you found out, whether it was good or whether it was bad. Whatever it is that you see, we welcome it.
You are honest
review of
Don't put your name, just your honest. If you have read any of my book, send us how you feel about it. You don't need to put your name, just your honest review about any of the books.
Okay, let's give Rufai like 3 more minutes to just wrap up what he sent to us earlier on. Okay. Please, Doctor. Okay. Hello, Rufai.
Hey, young girl, sorry I missed your call. I didn't see it.
Okay, so we wanted you to have like 3-4 minutes to wrap up some of the
let me just quickly do it. Yes. 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll just be quick. Please. So, can I go?
Yes,
can I
go on. Yeah.
Okay, Yango, see, the truth is this. I'm happy the subsidy debate has come out. But we must hold this government accountable. Because I see their cronies now are trying to defend subsidies. Yango, I will just give you 3 facts and I will go. Yango, do you know that the government spent 30 in there and everything? The reason why people are shouting subsidy in there and everything, the reason why people are shouting subsidy is because all the promises President Tinubu said was going to come with this subsidy thing, it didn't come. The people, it was not passed on to the people. The scheme to cushion the effect was not passed on to there was a speech that President Tinubu gave in early 2023, I think about June or July, where he said there will be measures made to cushion the effect on the people. That I officially came out and supported him. I said, if he does this, yes, you're well on their way. Loans for businesses, agricultural scaling up to 10 million hectares, cultivation of 10 million hectares and everything. Where are those things today? Where are those things, Yango? Then secondly, they keep saying they didn't pay subsidy. Energy costs, energy security costs, which is a form of subsidy, was going up to 7.1 trillion. Yango is on the NNPC books. You people should go and check the NNPC books. 2024. It's on their audited reports. Why are we deceiving ourselves? And in all of this, the beneficiaries of the subsidy are the friends of the governments, aka those that are doing coastal road. You say you made 15 trillion savings of subsidy. You carry the money to go and do coastal road. You gave the contract to your friends. When we talk about chronic capitalism, they see our mouth they smell. The beneficiaries of the subsidy are those that they went to go and give 1 billion. You carry your friends to the UK, you gave them contract. Went to go and take loan. The thing didn't come towards the Nigerian people. It's your friends that benefited from it. Should we come out and calculate how much your friends have got in contracts? Since this subsidy has been removed. And what Atiku is saying now is, let's pass on the cost to the producers, to the refineries, so that we subsidize the crude we give them. Some people are making the argument, Don't you know these international oil majors, they need their loans, they need their cash, they need their deals and all of that. Didn't the government recently give tax breaks to deep offshore as much as $11 per barrel on per barrel tax breaks? So if they do the same to the IOCs that produce and give them tax breaks and cap it to a certain level so that they don't give the refineries at a certain amount and pass on the cost to us, is it hard? The people like Base Makrewani have talked about this before. So what we are saying is let's debate. Let's even know the position. Obi should come out. Donald Duke, all of them, come out. Tinubu come out on the podium. Let's all debate it. It's not by issuing statement from Aso Rock and abusing Atiku and calling me economically ignorant. That's not going to solve the problem. Let's debate it. Let's see where the money has gone to. All the promises, the money has not gone. The money has gone to his friends in contracts. That's where the money has gone to. So what we have ended up doing is subsidizing the rich while we create hardship and inflation on the poor. So the result of the hardship and inflation on the poor has gone to his friends in contracts. Who did they give 15 trillion postal road contract to? Who is the person?
Shagori.
Who is the person? Mention it now. Who is the person?
Shago.
What was the person? What did they say? When the person went with President Tinubu to the UK, what did they describe the person as? Counsel to the president, friends. So those are the ones that have benefited from the subsidy. It's not the poor Nigerians like you that they promised. And that's why we are asking it. We are not saying, oh, cutting and everything was a part of the removal of subsidy. We canvassed for it then because we thought it was going to benefit the people. But the corruption now has been switched inversely now. It has now become crony capitalism. It's their friends that benefit from the proceeds, not the people. So why are we deceiving ourselves? And let me even push the conversation forward. Every nation, when you see the hardship of your people, you give a form of subsidy. You give a form of subsidy. So the fact that some people were benefiting and everything and all that, who were the oil majors? Are there not people funding your elections that were even benefiting from this subsidy in the first place? The people that were benefiting. Are they not the cronies you built? They should not even start that one. Yango, I will continue this subsidy debate tomorrow.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you.
We will be debating. Let's be talking about it.
Thank you very much, Rufai. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Okay, Doctor, I think we should just continue from there. What is your own take on the subsidy?
The issue is one of the benefits of having a government is subsidy. That is one of the things that people benefit from government, understand? And what is subsidy? Maybe a product is selling at 1,000 naira and government feel that it is too much on the people. Government can say, let the people pay 500, let us pay 500. That is subsidy. Understand? So subsidy is a way of ameliorating, helping other people out of suffering. Understand? So why? But like Rufai Oseni said, our own removal of subsidy was corruption. Nigerian masses did not benefit anything from the subsidy. When Tinubu removed the subsidy, fuel was selling at about 197 naira. Yeah. And now it dropped to 1,300, 1,200. What are the common man benefited? So the subsidy that Tinubu removed did not benefit any common man. Unless or the pretenders, those that Fenda called suffering and smiling. Nigerian masses did not benefit from the subsidy that Tinubu removed. Understand? So that's why Atiku said that he's going to bring it back as a way of helping to cushion the effect of the suffering on the people.
But is the problem really subsidy removal or returning of subsidy, or the corruption that surrounds it?
One is the corruption. It is the corruption. Assuming that every year, at the end of every year, Tinubu will give account. Understand? This is how much I have Nigeria have made from the removal of subsidy. Understand? But no account was given to anybody. He was using it as if it is his personal money. Understand? So there was no accountability, there was no transparency. Everything is corruption pro max. So that's what people say. Instead of giving me that food, let me remain hungry. Understand? So Tinubu did not, the subsidy he removed did not benefit the Nigerian people.
It just beats me. I don't even understand. They removed subsidy. They are still paying subsidy. Nigerian people are suffering. And this subsidy had been removed somewhat in the time of Jonathan when he did something about subsidy reinvestment and all that. Bought buses. At least I benefited from it because in my state there were buses that were plying the roads and cutting the cost of transportation to like 50%. And the fuel was still below 200 naira. In fact, below 150 at that time of removal. And everybody was crying foul, especially the president now. He was saying subsidy was tax, Jonathan tax, and that's what he was calling it. Now he has removed subsidy, and the person who is saying is going to return the subsidy is being called a hypocrite. Is being called someone who is economically bereft of ideas and all that.
For me, put Atiku in the area of economy. Tinubu will not see Atiku's back. Put Atiku in the area of economy. Tinubu will not see Atiku's back. Understand me? I'm not Atiku's friend. Understand me? But they have been tested. Atiku was in charge. That's of the economy for 8 years that Buhari was in power.
Obasanjo.
No, Obasanjo. Yeah. And we saw what happened. So in the area, put Tinubu, put Atiku. If economy is what we are to vote for, I'll vote Atiku. Understand me? I'll vote Atiku. So in the area of economy, Tinubu cannot see Atiku's back at all. Based on experience. Based on experience.
So
in the area of economy, what has Tinubu achieved in the last 4 years? Absolute nothing.
But some experts are saying that.
Which experts?
On
paper.
That the economy, all the parameters, all the things
that will
make the economy bounce back are put in place right now.
On paper. We are talking of the reality, the life of the common man on the street. That's how I judge a performing government. Understand me? The life of a common man on the street. Are not we hearing that economy is doing well from the speeches of the presidential aides? No. What is the price of food in the market? Understand me? How stable is the electricity? Do you know for the past 3 days, people are stopped at Bini or a road. Bini Asaba road. And Dave Omahi is making noise everywhere. Nigerians are sleeping on the east-west road. So for me, I know them. They cannot deceive me. APC was founded on propaganda. APC was founded on propaganda. So their government is government of propaganda. They know those that they can deceive. They cannot deceive me.
Okay. So if they were founded on propaganda, this time we have entered another season of campaign. They have constituted a campaign council. And some of the figures inside the campaign council are some figures that Nigerians do not understand. I don't know. Let's talk about this campaign council of the APC, because all the parties are struggling, but they have a campaign council. They have a chairman, a DG. Everybody is in place right now. What do you think about this council?
I go with what ADC said. ADC said it is Corruption Rehabilitation Center. That's how ADC described the APC campaign council. Understand? Corruption Rehabilitation Center. Do you remember Betty Edu?
Yeah.
Betty Edu was put as the women mobilization officer. And this is a woman that was removed from office for corruption. Do you know Ngozi Onejeme? These are the people that made the list. Understand? Which means this government embraces corrupt people. Understand? It means that this government embraces corrupt people. Now, imagine the chairman of Nigerian Red Revenue, Zach Adedeji, former FIRS, being their deputy director, fundraising, a public servant, the person in charge of our tax, being the deputy director of APC fundraising, which means if I pay tax, he will use it for APC campaign. Zach Adedeji is the deputy director, APC fundraising council. Understand? The man that is collecting our tax. Understand? So wearing two caps at the same time, collecting Nigeria taxes and then raising funds for APC. So what is happening now has never happened in this country since 1960.
So if now Betta Edu, who was appointed director for women mobilization, and then Olejema that you
Ngozi Olejema
will serve as South-South Zonal Director for Election Planning, Coordination, and Mobilization, what will they be telling the people?
That's the thing. Understand? Because when your boss is a thief, when your boss is corrupt, he or she cannot control you. Understand? There's no morality that he or she can be passing down to the people.
But in all fairness, these people are accused of whatever they said they did. Is the fault their own or the government that failed to prosecute them to have to be sure that they were really the criminals that they were
accused and removed from office?
Betta was suspended indefinitely. That was the language.
She was removed from office and another person appointed. Understand? So if she was suspended, then maybe she would have come back. But she was removed from office based on indictment. She paid government money into a private account. If it's a government that is fighting corruption, Betty Edu should have gone to court to explain herself. And because you did not find her guilty, that you feel that what she did is ordinary. The way they are rehabilitating terrorists, that's how they have also rehabilitated her.
Okay.
Understand me?
But is your worry the fact that they brought her? Or are you not, okay, let me rephrase it. Are you not worried that someone, maybe one of them or both of them, could be innocent, but they're silent and giving them a bad name? Does that not worry you? Because what if after going to court, you find out that one of them that we are accusing now is not guilty, and the federal government is just allowing the people to look at them as criminals? Now they're raising alarm that they're putting criminals, quote and unquote, in the campaign council. Now,
if they were taken to court and after court process, they were found to be innocent, understand? Government may apologize to them or compensate them, understand? And not keeping quiet as if we are fools. We have forgotten. Understand me? Because in the mind of the people, they were guilty as charged. That was why they were removed from office. Now, going back to rehabilitate them again, that's why this issue is coming up. Understand? That's why ADC described them as a corruption rehabilitation center. Understand? And Tinubu made himself chairman of his own campaign team. Understand? Just like Yango, you are doing a wedding now. You are the chairman of your own wedding committee.
Planning committee.
Understand? Which means you don't trust anybody. Understand me? You want everything. You want to be seeing everything. That's why you say, I'll also be the chairman of my wedding planning committee. Has this happened in Nigeria since independence? Has anybody made himself the chairman of his own campaign council since we begin to practice electioneering?
Maybe that's why he's called a master strategist. He strategizes. Nobody else has that brain that he has. So give it to him. Who is our Minister for Petroleum?
Well, for me, it is a mistake that Obasanjo made. So it's not really because Obasanjo started it.
So anybody can continue, whether it's good or
bad.
Obasanjo.
So if you talk, there's a precedent. Obasanjo started it. The only person that didn't do it was Jonathan, who appointed Desian. Buhari was his own minister of petroleum. So he wasn't the first that to start it.
Yeah, but there was a first that broke away from it. So anyway, that's not matter for discussion this morning. But the campaign council DG has urged his people, and this is how the headline reads. Okay, not the campaign DG now. Someone called Kau has urged Yari-led APC campaign council to acknowledge hardship and reconnect with Nigerians. What does that tell you?
One, he wants to bring them from their high horse. Understand me? He wants to bring them from their high horse. You've heard what the presidential aide is saying, that Nigeria is doing well and nobody is suffering in Nigeria. That 10,000 naira can do a family for some days. So the bubble they are living in is different from the bubble that other Nigerians are living in. So he just wants to open their eyes. Understand? Because there's a message you can go and pass. People will stone you. There's a message you can go and pass. People, so you have to acknowledge that Nigerians are suffering.
So this is acknowledging the fact that they have not been connecting with Nigerians, and this is time to reconnect with Nigerians.
That's why I'm saying that the economy is doing well. It's only on the speeches of the presidency. We don't see it anywhere. We don't see it anywhere. You are Minister of Works, who described himself as a professor in practice. Understand? As we speak, Nigerians are sleeping on the highway.
Yeah.
Nigerians are sleeping on Benin bypass, no road. Benin Asaba, no road. Benin town is potholes everywhere. Understand? And they are singing, just trying to deceive those who they feel. I thank God for social media. Accept it. Understand? This government will have sold us and put money in their pocket.
Interesting. Okay, but we have also another headline that I'd like us to touch before time just goes. President Tinubu orders arrest, suspends 3 permanent secretaries as ICPC uncovers fake agency. Like I said, That news came out at the weekend. We also have today's headline, Secretary to the Government of the Federation Mom as fake agency boss fires back. So,
when the issue of Adeyemi happened, I said it that's on this radio station that this is just a tip of the iceberg. Understand? This is or the one where the Wahanda done boss. That there are still many other ones. Understand? So, and I have been vindicated. This one now is operating from the office of the SGF. Understand me? It is operating from the office of the SGF. And the man is claiming that it's not fake, that he has all his papers. Understand? And there are still others that have not been found in that same president. So we have never had it this bad in this country since independence.
Well, but he's claiming that the agency has existed for up to 16 years. That means it was before the time of APC.
So they should the SGF should come out and say that maybe he inherited it out of ignorance. That keeping quiet means telling us that we don't matter. Understand me? Keeping quiet simply means telling us that we don't matter, that we don't deserve to know. Power belongs to the people. They are holding power in trust for us. We need to know what is happening in government. Understand me? So you don't keep quiet in government. This agency is operating under you. What is happening, Nigerians need to know.
Anyway, I don't even know which one else to take before we start talking a little bit about your books. There's one here that says, police hierarchy under fire over appointment of First Lady's ADC. The First Lady's ADC has been there forever, and he's been promoted to Assistant Commissioner of Police. He's still the ADC. And they're saying that position is for younger or lower ranks than the Assistant Commissioner of Police. Why is he still there? There is that message. There's that headline there. There's also the headline of 14 years after Rosanye report, bloated agencies cost Nigeria 1 trillion naira in 2026. I don't know which one you will want to pick.
The First Lady's ADC, understand? Maybe she's keeping her because she trusted him. Understand me? So the person is being kept because the First Lady trusts. Understand? There's always this fear of the unknown. Understand? I have been working with this person for some time. I'm comfortable with him or her. Understand me? But there's a position you will attain. You shouldn't be an ADC or an escort to somebody anymore.
But he has attained that, and he's still being retained. Does it mean the entire 400 and something thousand policemen in Nigeria, only one person can be trusted?
It's the First Lady that should talk about that. I'm not.
So one day we'll just wake up and see an IGP is ADC to somebody.
It can happen under APC administration. It can happen under APC administration. So the other question that you ask, what is reigning everywhere in the world is small government ideology. That's what is reigning everywhere in the world. Small government ideology. Understand? That's the only way that government can be sustainable. That's the only way that government can make profit. That's the only way that people can benefit from government. When the Ghanaian president came on board, the first thing he did was he dissolved 7 ministries. Understand? Cut down the salary that's of those in the presidency by 50%. Understand? So, because the other president was voted out because he messed up the Ghanaian economy. So he came and said, I will do things differently from what my predecessor did. Understand? So he resolved the 7 ministries, dissolved them, understand? Cut down on the cost of governance by 50%. Today, Ghanaian economy is doing well. Their cedi is far stronger than our own naira. So that is why instead of Ghana must go, we are now hearing Nigeria must go. It is somebody that did it. So Tinubu, we are not supposed, under the Constitution said 1 minister from each of the states in the country. That's 36 ministers. But Tinubu have over 48 ministers. For what? An economy that is struggling. Understand? An economy that is struggling. That's why I have always advocated for a thoroughbred businessman as the president of this country, which we have never have up to today. And the day we have a thoroughbred businessman, Nigeria will change. Because a businessman doesn't engage in elephant projects. A businessman doesn't waste money.
But we also hope that that businessman will not be making profit into his pocket. He should be a businessman with integrity that will think about the people of Nigeria.
A thoroughbred businessman is the person that will take us out of this mess that we are in.
By the way, Nigerian naira is 121 naira and 8 kobo to 1 cedi.
You say it.
Ghana.
You say it. You say it. You say it. What a shame. What a big shame.
As at 2012, thereabouts, which is not too far ago.
Just
16
years ago.
If you were traveling to Ghana, for instance, and you went to Togo or Benin, and you wanted to change Nigerian naira to their currency,
they will be struggling for it.
They will come with wheelbarrow. They were carrying their money in wheelbarrow.
They will be begging.
I remember very well. So if you dare change like 10,000 naira into their money, you will need a
Ghana must
go back to carry it. Today is quite different, and it's a big shame. Very big shame.
Cotonou here, just once you cross some border and want that to change, just a few years ago, we are changing 500 for 1,000. That's a CFA. Understand me? But now the reverse has become the case. Imagine 100 and something for Ghana here. So the
CFA now is double of our naira.
It's double of our naira.
2 naira 40 kobo.
Understand? It's double for. So Chinua Achebe was a visionary. That's why that book, There Was a Country. Understand? Okay. There was a country called Nigeria, and the country is no more.
Okay. I'll give you 3 minutes after this, but let's just pay some bills before. Or I can't even detain you till the end of the show. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's just pay some bills. We'll be back in a jiffy. Don't go away.
VOP 90.3, Voice of the People.
Welcome to Golden Tulip, where every stay is a celebration of comfort and style. Discover beautifully designed rooms crafted for your relaxation and peace of mind. Savor delicious, expertly prepared meals at our exceptional restaurants. Relax and socialize at our elegant lounge bar. Refresh yourself at the vibrant pool bar and enjoy a soothing swim in our sparkling pool. Planning something special? Our spacious and sophisticated hall provides the perfect setting for weddings, conferences, and memorable events. Whether for business or leisure, we deliver excellence with unmatched hospitality. Comfort, class, premium experience. Book today and elevate your hospitality experience. Airport Golden Tulip, Stay golden. Live golden.
VOP 90.3, Voice of the People.
Voice of the People. Find your brand. Find your home.
We're glad to know that you're still there and listening to us. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. I'm still in the house here with Dr. Peter Anosike. Let me take some of your messages before I go into the calls. We have about 15 more minutes to go. Good morning, VOP family. The campaign against 2027 general election, to me, will not be business as usual. The electorate should make sure the candidates seeking positions themselves should be the one making the promises of what they are going to do for the people of Nigeria. If they win, and not the parties they belong, there should be timeline in the fulfillment of their promises. They have to tell the electorates what they will achieve for the first year, second year, and third year in office. For those who are seeking for the second term in office, should tell Nigerians why they deserve another term in office when they have not fulfilled the promises of the first term. Those who are seeking first term in office will be asked the office they held before now, how they impacted lives of the people. All these questions are very important going into the 2027 general elections. Then electorates have to decide. Benjamin from Shogunle sent this in. His Royal Highness BC Nwoko says, enforcing INEC to do the right thing forcing INEC to do the right thing come 2027 is what every true Nigerian should not take for granted. In 2023, everybody believed that INEC will do the right thing as was promised. But it wasn't so. The Osun State governorship election has taught us a good lesson and equally given us hope that our votes will count if we can protect them. Nigeria is facing so many challenges, and it's only voting the credible candidates in power that can solve the problems. Please, let's stop voting criminals in power. Have a blessed day. We also have this, what baffles me, the people that are still having hope and believing that the present administration led by President Tinubu is taking the country to the promised land following the appointment of the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Mrs. Betta Edu, to be part of his campaign team for the president to be re-elected for second term. Is this the same that promised to tackle corruption, that the country can get it right and move out of poverty? Furthermore, the same president that failed to obey and abide with the principle of federal character, where we have seen virtually all key positions zoned to the southwest, is now bringing on board a person from the north to be his DG that will campaign for his second term ambition. The northerners should wake up from their slumber. Finally, it's unfortunate that we are in a country that it's only the politicians that get the best healthcare services. When a politician sneezes or has just simple headache, he or she is flown abroad. It's disheartening that the people that have contributed to the development of the country have made the country proud and given it international recognition would be treated like trash following the death of veteran actor late Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo. Yet all the money saved from the removal of fuel subsidy cannot be used to build first-class hospitals around the 6 geopolitical regions. What a country. May his gentle soul rest in peace. Wow. This is Temitokwe Anotaye from the Jegamo community. This one says, tell David Umahi your brother. Nyamgul, tell David Umahi your brother. I'm reading how he wrote it so that Dr. Anosike will not think he's referring to him. Please, Nyamgul, tell David Umahi, your brother and Minister of Coastal Roads, that people are sleeping 3 to 4 days on the Benin-Asaba road, including Benin-Sapele roads. Christmas season will soon be here, so that people won't spend 1 week locked up on the road at the prevailing insecurity in the land. Pascal Chimezie sent this in. And he also said, I'm surprised that the name of Prince Adeyemi of PFIPC fame is excluded from the APC's campaign council. If the likes of Betta Edu, Ngozi Olejeme, and the likes who still have corruption allegations hanging over their heads could make the list, I don't see why Prince Adeyemi should be excluded. It's a serious oversight because, as far as I'm concerned, the so-called campaign council is nothing but council of the reprobates. Whoa. Okay. And this one says, it is becoming unbearable and the suffering is getting too much for the people residing in Ayawele We therefore use this medium to call on the state and local government, especially Mr. Ayinde Akinsoya, Chairman Igondo Alimosho Local Council area, to please come to the rescue of the people living at Ayawale Street, opposite First Bank by Toluwani bus stop, Ikotun, under Ikotun Igondo, LCDA of Alimosho Local Government. The bad road of the street mentioned above has been left untarred for many years. Okay, thank you very much. Chief Mrs. I.O. Lawal from Ayawale in Ikotun Local Government. So the authorities concerned, please do something. These are taxpayers. These are people who are going to vote for you in the next election. Anyway, if they do nothing about it, you know what to do. You find someone who will work. Yeah, you find someone who will do the road for you and vote that person. Okay. This one says, this is from Maziu Gochuku, aka Elder General. APC should suspend their 2027 campaign until the fixed Benin-Onitsha road. As I'm writing, we are planning how to drive back to Lagos. Governor Monday Okpebolo, as a DO governor, you can provide temporary solution to Benin bypass round. God save this country. Whoa. So you leave Lagos, get to Benin, and think about coming back to Lagos. That's terrible. Let me take this last one before I go to the calls. Greetings to all VOP 90.3 FM family. My contribution this morning is more revenue must mean better lives. Punch reports that the FAC distribution reached a record 3.007 trillion in July 2026, while Nigerians continue asking how increased government revenues are improving their daily lives. This is a call to all tiers of government. Increased revenue must produce visible results. Better roads, affordable healthcare, quality education, jobs, security, and support for vulnerable citizens. Citizens too must demand accountability peacefully and responsibly. Wisdom is that national wealth has little meaning. Okay, national wealth has little meaning until it becomes better living for the people. Regards. This is from Dr. K from the USA. Hello, good morning. Good morning, my brother.
Dr. Alex, I meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Mayor from Ikochebe.
Go right ahead, Mayor.
Yeah, I want to tell you that this government is working ahead of us. I will tell you one thing now. Take it or leave it. That Benin or the road, Asapa, is the only option that Igbos have to travel through festival. And the election is on the 15th. And all our plans that we will travel by on the 10th, or we head back to our first location to vote. So they want to keep you on the road for 4 5 before you can free and come back. The election is over. It's a plan, it's a game. AP is faster than the devil. They think ahead. They are master manipulators. They know that the devil, APC. I'm telling you the truth. If you expect business on the road, maybe you need to place on the 13th to come and vote. But then you come back to Lagos and Abuja, the election is over. They know what they're doing. It's a long game. They know. They don't sleep, oh.
Thank you.
They give them to steal, okay, and to destroy. They don't sleep. Everything is far away because they know that by voting, they will not go anywhere. I'm telling you the truth.
Thank you very much. Okay, whatever it is, I have been asking and begging people, if you don't travel this year and you have a very beautiful 4 years after that, I think it's better for you. Why do we need, this is not me saying that the government is doing the right thing. That's not it. But I'm saying, well, let's see the other part of it. Do not travel this year. You do not have to go for Christmas every year, especially when you know that if you don't do the right thing now, Christmas of the next 4 years may not be available for you or to you. Why travel? Just stay put. Finish what you will need to do, vote the way you are supposed to vote, and then you can travel later. But again, after saying that, government should be ashamed of itself, especially the governor of Edo State that is promising 2 million votes for the president. This should have been an opportunity to get into the good books of the people by doing palliative measures that can make people travel well. And if you're not doing that, it's a big shame. And I think we should be calling out these people whose responsibility it is to make Nigerians' lives better, but they are not doing it. Dr. Anosike, you're trying to say something.
For me, we need to sacrifice, understand? You must not be traveling every year. I know that Igbos, most of them, they celebrate Christmas here, and now go to the East for New Year and maybe burial and other things. But it can still be postponed.
Yeah.
This is emergency time. Understand? If you don't do that the right thing today, understand, it's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. So 2027 should be a time for everybody to sacrifice. Understand? Let's get our country back.
That's it. Like I
Let
said.
us get our country back.
Okay, callers, I didn't even give the number, but people are calling. Call us on 081-7175-6338. That is WhatsApp line if you want to call us or send a message to us, 081-7175-6338. But a regular call is 080-3692-9933, 080-3692-9933. Hello? Keep it short and simple.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
My name is Shola, calling from Egbeda.
Thanks, Shola. Keep it
Yes,
short.
I agree with your guest in the studio. Yes, sir. See, yeah, I'm good. You remove subsidy that you promised will work well for the people.
Yeah.
And since the first day of your inauguration, the people have been suffering. There was no transparency. You later you said you were giving money to governors. You were not leading by example. Even your own money you are giving to contracts to your cronies. Look at, for example, the Lagos Coastal Calabar Road. So what do you expect the governors to do? Now election is coming near. You are now coming out to be disclosing some things that are shady to us. And somebody is now telling us that he will return subsidy. And you think Nigerians will not go to that person? And to make matters worse, look at all the people bringing this intention. Common government that have cases of corruption. People, Peter and Edu, name them. See, he has said this is a battle. Let Nigerians be prepared. They say desperate times calls for desperate measures. I don't know. Let Nigerians be desperate to save themselves, because this man, he wants to take it by force. So, thank you.
Thank you very much, Shola. Okay, Stevie Kelu is saying, while the dragnet of fake agency saga is deliberately being widened to embrace other regions, let us not forget about Gbajabiamila in the whole sleeve. Atiku's proposal on the reversal of petroleum subsidy is a worthy call. APC is a big scam. Let us get our voters card ready for a worthy change. Stevie Kelu is writing from Maryland. Prince Ayotek from Arena Market is saying the killings in the land excess, especially Plateau State. Some time ago, the military said, he said, I concur with Rufai Oseni. It's only in this country that people get away with corruption. Betta Edu's case has died, and Gbajabiamila case has died as well. A man with the issues of corruption cannot fight corruption. We all know his antecedent. Can a blind man lead a man that can see impossible? Let all the opposition come together to retrieve power from APC. The only issue with Atiku is greed and quest for power. If only the whole opposition will stand with Mr. Peter Obi, I tell you that a new Nigeria is possible. This is the only country where the worst is ruling the best, and it's quite unfortunate. Prince Ayotek is writing from Arena Market. Okay, I'd like to come to you, Dr. Anosike. I promised you 3 minutes, so the last 3 minutes that we have here, please tell us a little bit about your books, especially not the Dangote now, because that because we're in the political era. Tell us more about the abuse of power.
What is that for them that to have serving public servants in their campaign team, understand? Just like that's Zach Adedeji, understand, who is in charge of our revenue, our tax, now made him a fundraiser, understand? How can he function? Understand? Because he is being expected that to be raising this money for the party. Understand? And he's in charge of our taxes. So it means our taxes are going to be converted into APC fund. Because ordinarily, it's not supposed to be there. Because in America has a Fed, that's a Federal Reserve. Understand? The man in charge of Federal Reserve is not a politician. Understand me? The man in charge of U.S. economy is not a politician. He doesn't belong to any of the parties. He is independent. So the book Abuse of Power captured what is happening in the country as we speak. It captured what is happening in the country and even beyond. Those who have read the book, at the back of it, Omoyene Sowore made a comment that the book is a wake-up call for all Nigerians to take back their country. Understand? That is a statement that Omoyene Sowore wrote at the back of the book, that it is a wake-up call for Nigerians to take back their country from undemocratic elements. Because we are not seeing a democracy in the country now. What we are seeing is autocracy under the guise of democracy. We are not practicing democracy. So the book talks about how to defeat an incumbent. It talks about how oppositions can unite. It talks about how people can come together and take power, just like what happened in Osun State. In the book, I say the only savior for this country is a democratic rebellion of the people. Democratic rebellion that's people coming together to take back what belongs to them, because power belongs to the people. So the book is just 5,000 naira, and whoever is interested, or the order of the books like How to Become the Best You Can Be and Dangote 10 Commandments on Money, should just send a message to 080-3577-9230. Just say, I'm interested, to 080-3577-9230. Then you get a response. It is 5,000 naira if you come to the radio station. But if you cannot come, we can deliver it to you to any part of the country.
Any part of the world.
Yeah.
But you pay for the delivery fee.
Yes, for the
okay.
delivery.
Thank you very much, Dr. Anosike, and thank you the people who are listening to us. When we come back for the brunch at 10:30, we will say something very close to what we are saying here now with our guest this morning. And so if your messages were not read, we are hoping that we can read them later on the brunch. So do not be dismayed. Thank you for your time. I'm out of here for now till 10:30 when I return for the brunch. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. Bye for now.
VOP 90.3, Voice of the People.
Big news is here. Your favorite Voice of the People television station is now on free to air on Nigecomsat. All you need to do is align your dish using the following: orbit position 40.5 degrees east, 12.685 gigahertz, 30,000 kilobytes per second. Polarized vertical, frequency 2, 12.731 gigahertz, symbol rate 26,250 kilobytes per second. Polarization H. This works on any decoder. Catch up to 100 channels, sports, movies, news, all for free. This is with better quality at no extra cost. VOP TV on Free TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Are you looking for where to buy quality and original studio and musical equipment in Nigeria? Welcome to Iruka Online, Nigeria's biggest musical and sound equipment warehouse. Your trusted home for top global brands, reliable low-priced alternatives, and 100% original musical accessories. With over 16 locations nationwide and open 7 days a week, we deliver unbeatable service and customer support you can count on. Shop